I'm here with my friend Philip Fulmer, and he's the owner of this massive collection of Dallas Cowboys memorabilia that we're going to put together for an auction. Now, Philip, tell me, how long have you been collecting this?
Randy, the first piece I got, I think I put together when I was about 12 years old. I have some stuff from the 60s, yes, from the 60s all the way up through present day.
And you told me that all of the signatures that you have on any of this Cowboy stuff, you actually personally saw it be done.
Everything that I got autographed, I got it autographed myself. Nothing has ever been bought or traded from somebody else. I personally got it autographed.
How many Super Bowls did you go to?
I've been to 8 Super Bowls.
8 Super Bowls, wow. And you knew the Cowboys organization pretty intimately?
I got to know them very well. I went to their training facility several times. I went to their stadium. I actually met Jerry Jones a couple times, and Jimmy Johnson, and so I've got a lot of stuff from the Cowboys personally, from their facility in Dallas.
And now, why are you wanting to sell it?
Because I'm getting old and there's no, and I got nobody to give it to.
Just take a look real quickly at a few of the items that we're going to be selling, and maybe tell us about them. I see we've got some helmets here.
These are helmets from the most valuable player at the Super Bowl. That one's.
Philip, tell me about these stadium seats here. I notice you have 2 of them here.
Yeah, Randy, these were my stadium seats in Texas Stadium. They remodeled the stadium in the mid-90s and moved some seats around to make a bigger capacity, and you were allowed to buy yours while they did that. I bought it, and eventually Texas Stadium was tore down and the new stadium was built, so they've been a collector item for about 20 years.
Wow, that's something else. And then I was noticing this football here. Tell me a little bit about it. It's got signatures and everything on it.
This is the training camp football from 1992. It was when I went down to training camp, and whoever was in training camp that day, they have a football, and you get the players to sign it for you.
Yeah, wow.
It has Jimmy Johnson, the coach, on it, actually.
And then this huge, I guess you were going to wear this for something, I don't know.
It's a collector paperweight of the Super Bowl. It's got this certificate of authenticity on it. I collected pretty much everything of the Cowboys, so my finger's not quite that big, but it could be worn as a bracelet, I guess.
Yeah. And then I noticed here that these boxed cards right here, you were telling me about the significance of them because you were only able to get them at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, at the Super Bowl, I think they discontinued, but they did used to do an NFL experience, and you had to be at the Super Bowl to get these collector cards, and anybody that collects cards would know that. And there's 2 of each in this because I had 2 sons and I collected them for my sons, and so there's 2 in that from the Super Bowl. I had to go through the long line twice to get it.
Yeah, and then right here is a menu actually from Tony Dorsett's restaurant, and you got him to sign it?
Tony Dorsett had a restaurant in the 90s right next to their training facility in Dallas, and so we went in there every night after the games, and he was always in there, so obviously it's signed by Tony Dorsett.
And on all these Super Bowls that you went to, of course, you got the programs.
I got the programs from them. This is Super Bowl 10 in Miami. This was the actual first Cowboy Super Bowl I went to. I went to the one before this, but this was the first one. It's Super Bowl 10 in Miami where they played the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And you got the program and a button,
right. And
wow, it's just such an amazing collection. I mean, it's so exciting going through this, and I hadn't had the privilege of being involved in a collection of this size before, and we're certainly enjoying getting this all set up for the auction.
Well, I'm finding things that I didn't know I had. I had forgot I had got them over the years. I went to a lot of games. I had season tickets for years, so there's a bunch of season tickets spread among these, and so every time I went out to a game, we got a lot of stuff. I got to meet a lot of the players. Went to the training facility. and talked with Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson, everybody. So I collected a lot of stuff over the years, and obviously as I'm digging it out with you, I forgot about what I had.
And we have magazines. We have all types of cards. Some of them not Dallas, but they're notable collector cards that you collected over the years. I noticed over there those newspapers. You were telling me about them. We've got a complete set of what is it? A weekly.
It's called the Dallas Cowboy Weekly, and they're in a cardboard holder for them by year. And there's the weekly, and I don't know how many years is there. I don't know how many years. I collected them for years and years.
And I noticed that going through some of them, you actually had autographs.
There's some of them that are autographed,
yeah.
yes. Because if I was at a game or whatever, I would get them to autograph it. So
Yeah.
there are some of them autographed. The carpet on the floor, if you notice, is even Dallas Cowboy. But I think my wife would be a little upset if I rip it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to tear the carpet up.
The pool table is too.
And then over there is a chair that's kind of covered up with some of the blankets and everything that you'd purchased, but that's an actual Dallas Cowboys recliner.
It is. My wife got that and my kids for Father's Day for me one year. It's been sat in for many a games.
Wow, that's just fantastic. Well, Philip, we're going to have to get to work here because at some point we got to get this thing online and get people bidding on it. But this is really a pleasure working with you on this.
Okay, thank you.